And here is the Writer's Almanac for Tuesday. It's the 29th of March, 2022. It was on this day in 1973 the last U.S. combat troops left Vietnam. The number of troops had peaked in 1969 at about 500,000 soldiers. In January 1973, the United States, North and South Vietnam, and the Viet Cong signed a peace agreement in Paris, which ended the United States' direct involvement of the war, though the ceasefire did not hold, and the war was back in full force by 1974. After the combat troops withdrew on this date in 1973, 7,000 civilian personnel remained in Saigon, who were evacuated in 1975 when Saigon fell to the communists. It's the birthday of the politician and author Eugene McCarthy, born Watkins, Minnesota, on this day in 1916. It's the birthday of the poet R.S. Thomas, Cardiff, Wales, 1913, Anglican clergyman, Welsh nationalist, wrote his autobiography in Welsh, called it Neb, meaning nobody. It's the birthday of the author Amy Sedaris, born Endicott, New York, 1961, author of I Like You, Hospitality Under the Influence, and Simple Times, Crafts for Poor People. And it's the birthday of Eric Idle, born South Shields, England, 1943, a member of the Monty Python troupe, who reworked Monty Python and the Holy Grail into Spamalot, a Broadway musical. It was on this day in 1912 Captain Robert Falcon Scott wrote the last entry in his diary. He and his 4 companions were racing Roald Amundsen, the Norwegian, to the South Pole in Antarctica. The Scott party got to the pole in January, only to discover that Amundsen had been there a month before, so they had to turn around and go back. On March 29th, Scott wrote in his diary, "We had fuel to make 2 cups of tea apiece and bare food for 2 days on the 20th. Every day we have been ready to start for our depot 11 miles away, but outside it remains a scene of whirling drift. I do not think we can hope for better things now. We shall stick it out to the end, but we are getting weaker, of course, and the end cannot be far. It seems a pity, but I do not think I can write any more." Their bodies were found 8 months later. Here are 2 poems for today, 2 short poems by Hal Sirovitz. The first, Fun, 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 When the Guy Goes Away. "That's a strange question to ask a woman at a bar," she said. "Are you having fun? If I wanted to have fun, I wouldn't have come here. This is a lot of work. I have to decide which guy out of all the jerks here has the potential of becoming my future husband. I mostly just have looks to go on, since the conversation is usually minimal, like the one we're having now." And showing her my trust. "Let me say right off the bat," she said, "I never invite the guy back to my apartment unless I can trust him. I don't know how long that can take. With some guys, it only takes a few dates. Others have never gotten to that point, like the one who's going to meet me for dessert after you and I finish eating." 2 poems by Hal Sirovitz from Before, During, and After, published by Soft Skull Press and used by permission here on the Writer's Almanac. Be well, do good work, and keep in touch.